chance to do something extraordinary for your career, like, for example, cut your hair really short or get naked, and do you have any deal breakers that you will not do?
The first thing that came to mind was in university I did the play Some Girls by Neil LaBute, and my character is supposed to... It's a guy meeting up with his ex-girlfriends before he gets married, just to see if... It's sort of a vague summary because there's a bit more to it, but just to see if there's anything there and if he's making the right choice. And I think since then they made a movie version which sort of like even pushed that even further and added another ex, whatever. But my character is very angry with him, but is coming in with like a sweet syrupy smile and a plan to embarrass him as much as he embarrassed her when he left her. And it involves taking our clothes off. And so I remember reading that and being like, how far will that go? But I did audition for that part, so it was sort of interesting that I sort of put myself there anyway. I just thought she was sort of like the juiciest, interesting part. But in the end, it was just sort of like booty shorts and like a lingerie, sort of silky satin, but it was just sort of like little shorts and a tank top, so it wasn't like bra and underwear, because I think I would have been uncomfortable with that. But I remember my dad and my family coming to see it and being like, oh my god, when is my Seventh-day Adventist father gonna think of this? So I remember putting my best friend, and I was like, you have to sit beside him, you gotta distract him if he hates it, or tell me if he laughs. He laughed his face off. He loved it. Yeah. Which is funny that was like my sort of biggest thing. It wasn't even my own insecurities. And maybe again, if it was like more bikini top bottom, that would have been a bit more like, but it was, what I expected to happen, or the response from my dad, it didn't happen.
You're lucky. I do have deal breakers.
Yeah.
So
I think I do too. Like, I think that right now I wouldn't be comfortable with.
Yeah.
Like, I did Passion, and they're supposed to be naked in the bed together, but I did a workshop version, but I remember being like, it's a workshop, partially staged, like, what are they going to do? And I remember being like, I'm so happy I'm in the workshop version, because I think if they did the real thing, and they're like, you're Clara, be naked in this bed, I would be like, no.
Mine is nudity too.
Yeah.
And I won't cut my hair.
No.
Let me clarify.
Wigs.
I will cut my hair. But for a ludicrous amount of money, so much money that you might as well make me a wig. Like, really.
On The Amazing Race, you're about to win the $1 million, shave your head. I'd be like, how much after taxes?
Exactly.
And they'd be like, 500,000. I'd be like, up it.
I'm with you.
No, I still don't know.
No, I agree.
No.
So those are my two deal breakers. I don't have very many, but those are the two. What are the challenges of being a person of color in theater in Canada? Do you experience them? Do you feel like the world is changing, or how do you feel it has been for you thus far?
I feel like the world is changing, but only from maybe my scope, because I was a Black Julie Jordan, and I initially auditioned to be Carrie, and I was like, I'm going to be Audra. Well, I can't stop. I'm so sorry, guys. But I came in and they're like, no, bring the Julie sides back. Like, I don't even know if, like, maybe they were like, okay, cool, sidekick best friend. And even they defied their own expectations by giving me that, you know? Like, you wonder how that
whole puzzle works.
Yeah. I love hearing that question now, because I wrote, like, a piece with my friend Aisha in university about being like, I don't have the stereotypical, like, gospel, belty, black girl voice, and I'm already defying my own stereotype by being that, and I go on auditions, and I'm trying to now pick and choose those auditions that I shouldn't go to, because I'm not that, but I've been surprised by, okay, R&H is my style, and they actually cast me.
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Thank you. And, like, even last season, they were like, they're doing Guys and Dolls. I was like, not my show.
Really?
Even though Sarah Brown was like, since grade 9, was sort of like a dream role, I was sort of like, oh no. And then at like my 5th callback, I was like, oh, maybe this will happen. Like, you need to stop.
You just stop.
Yeah.
You just let other people tell you what you can't do, and then do it anyways. You know, even in university where they're there to help and support you, they still try to put you in a box, primarily so that they prepare you for your career and for the types of can't say that word right now.
You got it.
Objectified roles that you will be playing as a woman, as a person of color, as a theater actor, as a size. They try to help you. They're trying to just shape your idea of what can happen so that you're not disappointed, because it's a difficult job to have. But even they can be wrong.
Yeah.
Which is why don't put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
Let other people put you in a box, but don't you put yourself in a box.
And then defy their boxes. Like, don't.
All day, every day. You gotta trust our audiences. You gotta give them more credit.
Yes.
In casting as well. Because they will be okay seeing people of color in big roles.
I read an article that was talking about don't do Avenue Q if you don't have an Asian actress for that one role. And
I agree.
If you don't have Gary Coleman, like, just don't do it. And then sort of in the middle of that article, it was like, at the same time, like, we just have to push for, and they'd actually said, like, more black Julie Jordans. And I was like, that's me.
I did
it. Or someone took that risk in casting and said,
why not?
Why not?
You don't know. She was flipping the table. From your perspective, do you find that Canadian theater is not pushing the envelope fast enough, or playing catch up, or
not, especially because the people controlling all of it are still the stereotypes. They're still the older white people, like, which is fine. It's just we need to be getting it backstage. We need to be getting it everywhere. Amazingly enough, though, Stratford this year has more female directors than male directors.
Right.
Like, that's awesome. That's mind-blowing.
That's what's happening at Shaw. There's probably, I would say, almost half the company of actors specifically are people of color, which is, it's a huge step forward.
Absolutely.
You know, we're not there yet. When we are there, I can stop asking that question.
Right? Can't wait for that time.
I'm excited.
But it's getting noticed, and it's
the conversation right now,
and it's just very intentional. And when when the opposite happens, it looks like it's infuriating.
Yeah.
It looks like a
slight
snub. Yeah.
To hear more from the amazing Alexis Gordon, tune in next time on the Blacktor Studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately we had to move inside because real life happened outside, and I wanted to make sure that you could hear lovely Alexis's answers.
But now you get a taste of inside the house. Don't look too close.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
A little messy.
It's not
real life.
We hadn't planned this, guys. We hadn't planned this. Mm-hmm. Moving right along. So we just finished talking about your embarrassing moment. You were going to tell me about a second one.
Maybe I planned this. Maybe you were like, embarrassing. And I was like, neighbor, cut your lawn. Harry, walk really loudly on the hardwood floor. Strategy.
I mean, she is not just an actor extraordinaire. She's a strategist.
Ninja.
Nice. So what was the second one? Do you want to tell us about that? No. I mean, one is good enough. One is good enough. It's true.